Alrighty boyos, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're going to be talking about something a little bit interesting. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing some news regarding emotes coming to Fortnite Save the World, and they might be happening a little bit sooner than we might think. Before we do jump into that, I'd like to go ahead and remind you guys that for the rest of the month, code demonjoefr will be 30% off on gfuel.com. For those of you guys that have been asking on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, this is just your reminder that you can get stuff on the website for an extremely discounted price. If you guys would like to support me, I would definitely appreciate it. But let's go ahead and jump into the video and talk about this news. Now, this is very interesting. This is actually a little bit of more recent news, really. It's actually only a month old, and it comes from what is known as Unreal Fest Europe 2019. Now, Unreal Fest is essentially a conference that gets held by Epic Games, and it's about the Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine is the engine, of course, that Epic Games uses to develop Fortnite. It is their own engine that they use to build games. You know, they did it with Gears of War, now they're doing it with Fortnite. Well, they always have this conference called Unreal Fest, and this one was held in Europe for 2019 just a month ago, and this right here is basically a conference where everybody gets together about this engine, and during the conference they were showcasing a lot of stuff really having to do with animation. Now, they uploaded a YouTube video. It is titled New Animation Features in Unreal Engine, Unreal Fest Europe 2019, Unreal Engine. Now, this video was actually sent to me by Allura, which was sent to him by one of his mods. I just want to give a quick shout out to Allura because I wouldn't be able to make this video without you. I really do appreciate that, man. If we do take a look at the description of this video, this is what it says. It says Epic Games animation programmer. I'm not going to attempt to kind of read that name because I don't want to offend anybody. Recaps all of the animation features built for Unreal Engine over the past year, including those created for Fortnite that have made their way back into the tools. In this presentation from Unreal Fest Europe 2019, you'll learn how new features and upgrades have been battle tested to improve animation quality, optimize runtime performance, and reduce memory usage in order to support crowds of enemies and 100 players on mobile. So what they go over in this video in regards to animation is very, very interesting and actually features some character models from Fortnite Save the World. And I'm going to kind of elaborate on that a little bit after I show you guys this clip. Now, I'm not sure if showcasing this clip is going to cause this video to get demonetized because technically, you know, Epic Games owns the rights to this clip. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to show it anyways. If I don't get ads on this video, that is fine. I kind of want to showcase to you guys what exactly they talked about in regards to animation, and whenever they were showing the Save the World characters, what they were talking about regarding that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let this clip play through the entire time, and then I'm going to talk about it as soon as it is over, so I'll see you guys in just a moment.
And this is what we mainly use on the most of our bones on our characters, and whenever we have a bone that doesn't need retargeting, we use the animation mode, for example, in this case, on the root. So this is what the same example looks like. If you look at on the right, you can now see whenever he lands, we actually get that squash effect working as well, which was something that we were looking for. But whenever you start retargeting animations from a smaller to a larger character, you might start to miss these contact points. And in this example, there's a clapping emote where on the medium male the hands actually reach, but because the larger male character has much broader shoulders, the hands don't actually reach. So we need to fix this up as well. So as I mentioned, we use space switching and IK for this. And in this specific example, normally the hands are independent of each other. So we don't have any information for it, and it's just driven by animation. So what we did is to actually solve this problem, we added a bone that describes the relationship between the two hands. That means that we now have a bone that describes where the hand should be. And in the example GIF, you can see on the animation transfer one, you can see the bone in orange is actually showing where the hand should be, and the white hands actually don't reach those targets yet. But when we use the space switching IK, we can now make sure we drive the hands using IK and make sure that they still clap, so to say. And space switching basically means you're changing the relationship between bones to do this. So just a quick recap. This is our entire retargeting process. We start with the source animation data. If we only use the copy pose, you can see that it's a very scrunched looking character. His shoulders are looking weird, his wrists are doing something funny. So that's where the Orient and Scale comes in. Now we have the correct pose, but we start to see we're missing these contact points, so finally the space switch in IK gets us there.
So as you guys can see from that clip, the Epic Games developer actually showcases a lot of different scenarios and a lot of different examples using Jonesy and Kyle, both from Fortnite Save the World and Battle Royale respectively, and showcasing, you know, how different emotes work with the larger player model in relation to the normal player model, right? You know, you have the source animation. Let's take the clapping example that he gave. You have the source animation for the Jonesy, you know, it just claps normally, and then if you were to copy that source, you know, animation over to a larger player model, you can see that the larger player model has his arms a little bit scrunched in and he's clapping and not exactly making full contact. Then they do some bone translation retargeting, which kind of moves the bones around and makes them fit more for the, you know, bigger player model. And then they do some space switching and all that kind of stuff to then make it look actually normal. They did this with the clapping emote and they did this with the gymnastic looking emote with Kyle. And just showcasing this from the Unreal Fest, you know, this of course could mean nothing, right? It could 100% mean nothing, but whenever I look at this clip, it makes me think as though this is actually some behind the scenes progress that is being made for the Save the World emotes. Why? Well, whenever it comes to the bigger player model that they showcased, they could have showcased any bigger player model. They could have showcased some of the bigger player models from Battle Royale. There are some very big and clunky skins from Battle Royale that do have clipping issues or would normally have clipping issues if not dealt with appropriately, right? But they decided to use Kyle for this example, and they showcased the hardships that they've talked about in the past regarding why Save the World emotes haven't come to the game yet, and what they mentioned was clipping and just it looking unnatural, and that's exactly what they covered here. And keep in mind that this conference was held a month ago, so the conversations regarding these emotes for Save the World were way before that, and we did get confirmation in the most recent AMA that Save the World emotes are definitely in the works, and they are like kind of jumping on that right now, and they'll have more news to share with us very soon, which means that this could be work. This could be this clap emote and that other gymnastics emote could be work that the Save the World dev team has been making ever since that last AMA that we had. So in my opinion, whenever I look at this, I really don't just, you know, take a look at these clips and see it as just nothing. Oh, they're just showing an example. No, I see this as actual work that has already been done by the Save the World dev team, and they're using as an example because, well, they didn't have to make it for this conference alone, right? They already had the animations for the Kyle made, and they were just able to showcase it in this little bit of an example for everybody that attended the conference for the Unreal Engine. So in my opinion, this definitely shows that the Save the World dev team, regardless of them being very quiet about information regarding emotes coming to the game, regardless of them being very quiet about it, you know, to us on Reddit and just, you know, normal news sources like the actual website, this actually shows that progress is being made. I mean, a lot of people have been having doubts regarding emotes even coming to the game because the devs just won't talk about it. You know, the devs don't talk about cosmetics, they don't talk about a locker, they don't talk about, you know, wraps or harvesting tools or emotes just in general ever since that final AMA. They just haven't really discussed it. However, there was a very recent Magist comment that was in regards, I'm trying to think of, okay, so I just found the post from Magist. So this was actually left on a thread that was called, "Thanks so much for this new Save the World mission. It looks so fun. Not at all like the other boring missions. I'm looking forward to play this. Oh wait, this is BR." And of course what he's talking about is he's talking about that whole Horde Rush thing that was happening a while ago, that whole LTM within Battle Royale. Well, this is actually a post that Magist left on that thread. He said, "Hey everyone, there's lots of discussion in this thread, and I definitely understand the concerns about the mode and the features that you guys want over in Save the World." And he specifically says emotes, etc. So this is actually the other case where emotes have been mentioned outside of the AMA that we had a few months ago. Now, is there a reason that Magist mentioned emotes specifically and nothing else? It seems that he's mentioning emotes specifically because progress is being made behind the scenes, and we can see this via the Unreal Fest video that we just took a look at, where they're actually showcasing, you know, 2 different emotes that were optimized for the Kyle player model. So I do personally think that this does mean good things for emotes coming to Save the World, and it pretty much does confirm that the devs have been putting in some work behind the scenes and that not all hope is lost regarding this. But I do want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I definitely found this video very interesting the very second that I watched it, and it definitely got my hopes up for emotes and even cosmetics coming to the game in the near future. I'm very much hoping for Season 10, like please Season 10, can we get emotes, can we get a locker, can we get harvesting tools, back blings, whatever. I'm really hoping that season 10 can be a season that really turns Save the World around and can be like, hey, you know those things that you've been asking for 2 years to, you know, a year and a half or whatever? Well, here you go. Here's all the cosmetics. Here's all this kind of stuff that you guys can check out, and, you know, just all that kind of stuff. I really just hope that we get to see this kind of stuff very soon, but I do want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below regarding this news. Do you think it's hopeful? Do you think it's not hopeful? Do you think it was just an example? I mean, me personally, I definitely see some correlations as this being actual progress, but I do want to hear the opinions from the community, so make sure you comment down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did like it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day, just about. I also stream on Twitch. Make sure to check that out, and my supporter creator and G Fuel code is demonjoefr if you'd like to support me. But guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.